I'm Elijah the Boy. I'm from the Bronx, Hunts Point to be exact. Puerto Rican, Ecuadorian artist. We going crazy. Yeah, that's who I am. I switched my Instagram over to, I wanted my Instagram, my artist name to be just Elijah, right? And Elijah was taken. So I at the time, this was like 4 years ago, back in like 2015, I used to refer to myself as the boy a lot in my records. Like I will always mention that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna name my name Elijah the Boy as my Instagram handle. Then I had went viral for a couple videos, and I did a show in New York City at SOB's, and they kind of just started chanting Elijah the Boy, and they just started calling me that off my Instagram handle. So like I kind of picked it, but I kind of didn't pick it for my artist name. The fans kind of picked it. So yeah, now we're here. I think the thing that inspired me is definitely my environment. I mean, growing up in the Bronx, it just teaches you to want more. I feel like a lot of people here don't experience the world. Like when I started traveling, when I started doing all this stuff, I started realizing like, yo, the world is big as shit, you feel me? So like, but we don't have that mindset when we grow up here because we don't really go places. And if we do go places, it's not even nothing crazy. Like it's close by, it's nothing. So definitely growing up here, I was always the kid that just, I didn't want to stay here. Like I wanted more. Like I was like, how can I be something else? And then I found my love for music early on through my mother. She's another inspiration of mine. And that's what made me just keep going. That's what made me just pursue music and want more out of life, definitely. Versatile, definitely. Like I feel like I'm the definition of versatility. I feel like artists don't really know what type of sound they're gonna get from me, and I actually like it that way. You know, my first album was called Mood Swings, and I titled it that because I feel like as a human, you just go through different emotions. You're not the same person you was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I feel like that's how my music moves. Like if it's like a person growing up and learning about themselves, feel me? Like I would start off doing like just storytelling, then I'll start doing, you know, music is not only about storytelling, it's also about a feeling, it's about an emotion. So sometimes it's about the melodies you put on records, it's about the beats you choose, you feel me? So you'll find me doing a R&B record, a storytelling record, a drill record, a rap record, like a trap record. Like I just do whatever feels good to me, and because I'm not just one person, feel me? I'm emotional, I go through all these emotions, so I want to let that show within my music, definitely. The song I performed today is called Gotta Go. It's more on the drill tip. Definitely was inspired about by you know, all these drill artists coming out, the swag of the records, you know, the type, how the emotion of the record, the feeling of the record, it just feels like very, you know, braggadocious, like you confident, you're not really giving a shit. And I feel like I was inspired by that, definitely by like, you know, Favi, Chef G, all those artists that are coming up that kind of just, you know, when they get on a record, they definitely, you could hear like they're not putting too much thought into it, you know, they kind of just being free. And I wanted to have a record where I'm just kind of being free, you feel me? I feel like a lot of times I sit there and I'll sit and I'm a writer, feel me? I'm not a freestyler, I'm a writer. So when I sit there for so long and I'm just overthinking records, I wanted to have records that I don't want to think too much about this. Let me just have fun, let me feel the beat. And that's definitely what Gotta Go came from. And definitely my environment. I wanted to speak more about my environment and where I come from growing up in the Bronx. So definitely that's why that record sounds like that. I don't know. I really don't think too much into that, feel me? Like, but as far as artists I would want to work with, I would want to work with artists that do something completely different from me. You feel me? Like a lot of people think that like certain artists I want to work with is like Drake or artists like that, but then I think about it and I'm like, you know, we have similar tones of voice, we have similar styles, so I'm like, I want to work with artists that bring something new to the table, you feel me? Like artists that I can't sound like, that have sounds that I can't really mimic, like, you know, like a Post Malone or like a Sway Lee or even some female artists, some Spanish artists, you know, when they get on a record, they got certain personalities that you can't mimic, and I would love to collaborate with artists that just bring something new to the table. So definitely those type of artists. So my next single, like I said, you're gonna hear the record I just performed, and then the next record you're gonna think it's two different people. I'm about to drop an R&B record called Eye to Eye. It's definitely more on the emotional tip. It's definitely for the ladies. You know, my fan base is mainly females. They definitely fuck with me. So as far as that, I wanna definitely cater to them. I feel like I haven't really been catering to them too much, so this record is definitely gonna be something big for me. Like I really love this record. It's one of my favorite records that I've done in a while, and I feel like anybody can relate to it coming through any situation. No matter where you grew up, you all been in a situation where it's like you want to be with somebody but shit ain't going right, or you want to be with somebody but y'all have two different perspectives of the relationship y'all want or the place y'all want to be in life, and it kind of clashes. And I feel like that's like a story that's gonna be forever. You feel me? So definitely new music, eye to eye, R&B record, and I feel like that's what you can always expect from me. Music, I'm always dropping records. I've been out for like 4 years, so we still here. Feel me? So it's lit. You can follow me on all social media platforms. Just search up Elijah the Boy. I'll pop up. Instagram, TikTok, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Elijah the Boy on everything. Like I said, stay tuned for that eye to eye. All right, shout out TAGUP Music for having me. TAGUP Spotlight for this. Shout out DJ Wawa. Shout out Marty. Shout out Bronx Native. Thank you. It's Elijah the Boy. We in the building. It was a pleasure.